All right, guys, we're going to do a video today on some electrical connectors, and there's several types. We got this as well as a little surprise in this box as well. So join in. We'll jump in here, take a look at these Hystronicas right now. So down here, made in China, obviously for these connectors. I think a lot of these are remade over there. Here it is, 3 colors, 24 sizes, little part number there. I'll give links to these down below so you guys get the best price on them. That being said, it's just a clear plastic container. It does have a little pegboard clip or hanger on the top there. And, oh good, at least it actually has a hinge. Some of them have that really crappy hinge. I actually kind of like this up front. Now, you have different sizes here, as you see on the front. You have butt connectors, female connectors, male rings, all the way from 10, quarter inch, 5/16 up to 3/8. And then you'll see the quantities for each along here as well. Now, the sizes red are going to be for, 16 to 12 gauge, and then 14 to 16 gauge for blue, and then 10 to 12 gauge for yellow. There's the port number as well, HX1060. Looks like ISO rated, and these other ratings as well. Here's some little added details too on work temperature, shrinkage temperature, and dielectric strength. As well as their dimensions as well. So if you want to freeze frame, feel free. All right, so here's all the connectors. Again, they're going to be heat shrink. So idea behind that is you put your wire in here, and then you apply heat to the jacket here, and it allows it to shrink down and form over. We'll do a test here in just a minute. But you have all different types, for your terminal connections. These will be your female connectors, and then rightly so, the male connectors here. Of course, put them in like so, and that way they hold together. And quality-wise, they seem pretty decent. It is nice that this will shrink down and hold really tight to it, so hopefully give you that watertight seal. And then your butt connectors here, idea being that you stick both wires in, crimp them in the middle, and then heat up and allow them to hold together. What do you say we just go ahead and give that a try? We'll just do a little connector. The idea is you get them both inside there. They'll both cross with each other, hopefully. And then come in here with your insulated side. And then since this is 14 to 16, we'll put it here. Give her a good crimp. Got it. Switch over to the other side. 14 to 18. Getting that good crimp. It's gone ahead and crimped. Go ahead and get a little tug. Everything's holding nice and tight. Now you want to be able to seal that off nice, and the only way to do that is to add some heat at this point. So we'll hold it. You can use a heat gun if you got a heat gun. I got one of those too, but I wanted to show you guys just with the torch as well. So get it close, not too hot. You don't want to melt it all the way off. Go ahead and get it warm. As you see, as the heat's being applied, it's starting to become a little bit more transparent, and it's also starting to shrink. So that's the beauty in this. It's going to become much more pliable as we start to shrink this around the wire. And they say this is like marine grade, so obviously for the water, this is a great setup. And there you have it. It is completely sealed up. You just let it cool off and you'll be good to go. Now you got to get a good bite here in the middle, and you got a good seal all the way across it so water and moisture can't get in. That's going to be crucial to making sure that something like this lasts. All right, so all those will be much the same. Next up is when we have what is inside of this box. Again, made in China. Here's going to be a little part number. Let's look at it. Now, this one's got a nicer carrying case. Again, Hystronica. I don't know how you really say that, but that sounds close enough for me. These kits actually have a lot of reviews, a lot of purchases online on Amazon, and a lot of positive remarks. This one itself has over 4,000 reviews just for it. But kit is HX2103, 2-year warranty, and these are the solder seal heat shrink wire connector kit. Here's all what's inside there. 310 pieces of solder seal. So it's going to be kind of a 2-piece set. It's going to be all of the connectors. So here are the quantities for those sizes, as you see here. 10 gauge all the way down to 24 gauge. And then 370-piece heat shrink tubing set. So you got to use both heat shrink and also have a lot of these connectors. I do like the case for the most part. Decent enough hinge, clear case. You can see the quantities inside there. See what is inside there. I mean, it's okay. These tabs are a little bit better than the other case because they're actually hinged as well. But we'll open up this way. Nice to have this. And again, it's going to show you the process. Sticking your wire inside there, heating it up and such, and then getting everything to go together. They do have a support line here for you as well. But let's go ahead and actually just look at it ourselves. Again, this is going to be detailed information on the heat shrink tubing and on these connectors. These connectors get quite small. If you're talking about really teeny wire, sorry, that might be hard to see. Talking about really teeny wire, this is going to be, 24 to 26 gauge. Super small. And then all these heat shrink tubing. Heat shrink tubing is nice too because sometimes you just want to use this or you want to use this in conjunction with that. Give you an added layer of protection and seal. Heat shrink tubing by itself is excellent to have. And in all these various sizes. And it's nice that these give you 2 colors too. That way you can still differentiate between positive and negative as you're doing repairs. So I do like and I do appreciate them throwing those in. So let's look at one of the larger connectors so we can see what's going on with these. What makes these unique is you just stick the wire inside there and you just heat it up. There is no crimping. Maybe you're new to this, maybe you don't have a crimp gun, and maybe there's just not a lot of tugging that's going to go on. You just want to put a wire inside there and seal it together. Well, with this, it's got this solder. Let's go zoom in a little bit better for you guys. With this, it's got this solder in the middle. So as you heat this up, it's going to start melting the tube, but also melt the solder. It's going to draw everything together to seal. And basically, mechanically, other than crimping, it's going to mechanically bond your 2 copper wires together so they can't separate. So actually, really ingenious idea. It's been out for a little while now. But yeah, let's go ahead and get at it. Let you guys see what that looks like. So the idea is to get these both inside there. Let them both cross paths. Because again, you want it to mechanically bond with the solder that's inside there. Okay, so there's a good angle there. All right, now back to the torch. We'll just go ahead and apply heat and watch it come together. See if you guys could see it as it starts to break down and bond. It starts to pick up heat pretty quick on here. Come on, focus. Just make sure it's nice and heated in there. There we go. You go back here, make sure all the tips, corners are done right. Obviously, this gets a little hotter. I actually probably prefer to use a heat gun just to get that to melt a little more conformably, not so aggressively with a torch. But there you go. The solder is actually still wet. Let's put it down here. This would be a little bit hard to see, but there's the idea. There you go. Now it's starting to harden. And that's it, guys. You got your two type of connectors. Obviously, these are butt connectors for these ones. And yeah, they seal everything up. They do the soldering for you, so you have actually a soldered joint, not just a mechanical compressed joint. These tend to be a much better joint overall, so long as you get them to adhere and soak into the copper. But yeah, it really just comes out down to what your needs are and how much time you have on your hands, too, for putting these together. But both of these are great methods of mechanically tying these two wires together. So cool technology. I really like this one. We're going to play around with it some more. I've only done a couple of them really over time, but I like this idea. It's actually a little bit more pliable too than this. This one leaves you with a really hard piece here in the middle, so if you're looking to work it through tight, maybe it's through a firewall or what have you, this isn't as fun. It's a little more clanky. It's also a little harder too, so it's more likely to poke through and rub up against something. Whereas this one's actually a lot more pliable. It only has that small solder section in the middle, much like if you soldered wires. And it has the same sealing job as the other. Oh, actually looks like it burped out some of the solder up this way as it went up the wire. Interesting. What are your thoughts? This is a good setup? Would you guys pick up either one of these and put in your kit? I'd love to hear all about it. Or is there something else that you prefer more? Anyways, I'll put links to each down below so you can select what you like. There's different size kits too, so the links will take you to either one. If you want a smaller kit or a larger kit, these are on the larger end for sure. But pricing for each is going to be about, I want to say $40 for this kit and about $55 for this kit. So again, I'll put links down below. Feel free to click them. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.